Okay, so we ready. I appreciate your patience. Appreciate your patience. Tomorrow's God, copyright 2004, Neil Donald Walsh. Our greatest spiritual challenge. Tomorrow's God. If you missed page 1 to 32, I believe we did label it Tomorrow's God without page numbers. That's peace, but it's an open dialogue between a man and God about the true identity of God. All right, let's go. Page 32. I'm riding in my Uber. When I get to my destination, I gotta hop off the live. But I told you this book I would read with you the entire way. Becoming. All right, yeah, we'll actually start on page 31 just to back it up a little bit. Yes, but if we awaken too late, it'll be bad for us. We'll be left behind. We'll be deserted by God because we didn't answer his call while we still had a chance. That is not true. That is what someone's told you, but that is not true. That is the God in whom some people want you to believe, and those who want you to believe this have used fear as their tool and would have you use it too. Yet, if your wish is to see the source of all love, shall you use fear as your looking glass? I tell you this, all of you will awaken. It is not my plan that some of you shall awaken and some of you shall not. What would be the good in that? What would be the point? I assure you of this, my children, all of you will awaken. It's a part of the process of evolution that you should awaken. It is part of the process of life itself. Life is the process of awakening, process of becoming. It is the process of knowing that one has become what one always was. It is the process of rejoining the inseparable, and that is not a process of actual rejoining, but of simply knowing again that separation never occurred. Let me repeat that, because it is extraordinarily important, and it is the theological linchpin of the new spirituality. Life is the process of awakening. It is the process of becoming. It is the process of knowing that one has become what one always was. It is the process of rejoining the inseparable. And that is not a process of actual rejoining, but of simply knowing again that separation never occurred. So this knowing again is the awakening. Yes, each of you will awaken, since no part of God will ever be deserted by God, nor could it ever be. For God cannot separate God's self from any part of God. Desertion of God by God is impossible. Separation of God from God is impossible. Such a thing would only be possible if there was something that is not a part of God. Yet there is nothing that is not a part of God, for God is separate from nothing, but is the all in all, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the sum total of everything that ever was and is now and ever shall be, world without end. And that's the fourth important difference between yesterday's God and tomorrow's God. Tomorrow's God is separate from nothing, but is everywhere present, the all in all, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the sum total of everything that ever was and is now and ever shall be. This is the nature and the truth of God, and on the future tomorrow of your choosing, you'll know it and acknowledge it. We've heard that for years. How can we get a real what that means? You will understand what it means when you become what it means. What it means cannot be revealed to you until it is revealed through you. You must decide that you are separate from nothing and then begin to act that way. At first, it may not be easy. After all, you've been trained to think another way all your life. Yet the transformation can occur. Keep at it, and then one day you will be there. You will have crossed the dividing line, and nothing will divide you ever again. Oh, shit. I don't have an ink pen to show you the diagram. But like I said, if you've been rocking with me, then you know my story. It was when I felt like I have all the pieces of me that I stopped giving them out. I just like, it was a cold, clean halt. I didn't want a mother anymore. I didn't want a wife anymore. I didn't want an adult anymore. Nothing. Until I could understand what was me and what was separate from me, what somebody... Yeah, I wanted to strip myself of all the things that someone else had defined me as, all the boxes I comfortably chosen to rest in. And I would be peace being nothing if that was all there was once I was stripped of the extras that I felt like were all I had to identify myself. As I worked on loving me and me only, as I worked on putting me first, my loyalties were with me, not my husband. My priorities were with me. The more I was able to build. And my self-love continued to grow and grow and grow and grow until it was so big that I loved everybody else the way I loved me. Until it was so big that I didn't have a favorite season of the year. I loved them all. I could be thankful for the cold and the snow just like I could be thankful for the sun. I could be thankful for the ratchet just like I could be thankful for the righteous. Something happened in my mission of self-love, and I began to love you so much I can't separate my ass from yours. I tell you that all the time. That's peace. Eric, I love you, brother. Thank you again so much for this book. Like, for real. This piece, you asked me if I see me in it. So far, every page. So far, every page. What means cannot be revealed to you until it is revealed through you. You must decide that you are separate from nothing and then begin to act that way. At first, it's an African proverb, when it rains, it don't rain on one man's roof. You know what I mean? You might heard another translation, when it rains, it don't rain on one man's house. It's the same thing. Like, my shit is your shit, you know? And it's crazy because it's an American proverb that what you eat don't make me shit, when in actuality, it does. You know what I mean? It does. Especially, look, you know me and my tangents. I'm going to keep it pushing. It matters, though. It matters. At first, it may not be easy. After all, you've been trained to think another way all your life. Fuck it. You know I'm going to run these tangents. That's the reason I tell you, don't tell me who you pray to. And don't tell me who you lay with. Because it's so easy to draw a divide between us. It's so easy to separate us. We already got gender separation. We already got sexual preference. Now we got gender identification separation. And then there's the money separation. If you got it and I don't have it, you know. It's why I don't want to know. The minute that I tell you that Jesus is not my Lord and Savior, if Jesus is your Lord and Savior, automatically you on a mission to save me. Look. There's no peace in our separation. Our power is in our solidarity. And so keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. And then one day you'll be there. You will have crossed the dividing line and nothing will divide you ever again. Another sidebar. From Niggas to Gods, author Akil Bey, A-K-I-L, last name B-E-Y. Akil Bey taught me how to love us all. The easy way was to focus on our similarities. Even with those people who I draw conflict in. Immediately, before I go to calling you rat, bitch, and all of this other, before I go to defend myself, I see your hurt, right? And then I look for your light. Because it's gotta be a little bit of God in you somewhere. I find the God in you and I remember to honor that. Because that's the reflection of me. Maybe not the representative, not the rat, not the abrasive personality that you're showing me, but there's a little piece of God in you, even if it's a small percentage. And we know that 2 to 4% is a critical mass. Now, we learned that the hard way. All right. Keep at it, and then one day you'll be there. You will have crossed the dividing line, and nothing will divide you ever again. On that day, you will embrace tomorrow's God, and on that day, you shall rejoice, for your world will change. So why don't we know this now? Why don't we embrace it? Because this notion of God violates virtually everything you have been told and taught about God. Everything. And yet what many of us have been taught has come from the world's major religions. Are you saying that we have been told about the God of the Jewish, Islamic, and Christian faiths? What we've been told about them all is inaccurate. You mean to tell me that what we've been told about the God of Jewish, Islamic, and Christian faiths is inaccurate? It is incomplete. I didn't say inaccurate, it is incomplete. These religions and many others teach of a creator who is separate from his creation. So the message here that tomorrow's God will be separate from nothing is a radical message. It is also a very important one. Perhaps the single most important message of the new spirituality, and it is one of the elements that is missing from most of the world's theologies. It is the missing message. Because this message has been missing, humanity has been missing the mark in its attempts to create a world of peace and harmony and happiness. And religions have been missing the point of life itself, causing millions of people to be missing the experience of oneness with the Creator and oneness with each other. If humanity adopted this missing message as its next new truth in religion, just as it regularly adopts new truths in medicine, science, and technology, the world could change overnight. For the idea that you all humans are one with God and one with each other is psychologically and spiritually revolutionary. Could this be the missing piece of the puzzle? Could this be the reason why religion, for all its efforts and for all its sincerity and for all its many truly great insights, has not been effective through all the centuries in altering the self-destructive and violent behaviors of humanity? You are asking a very good question. What will it take for us to explore this missing message and to embrace it? Many of you actually are, yet not enough of us to make a difference in the world. The number is rising, and this human race is moving to critical mass. The Day of Atonement, that is, of at one mint, is near at hand. What can bring it closer? You can. You mean me? Specifically me, or any of us? Any of you and all of you. How? Live this message of the non-separation of the unity of life and the oneness of all things. Live it in a practical way, not merely in a conceptual way. Allow it to seep into your being at the deepest level and become a part of your subconscious and immediate response to every life encounter. Yo, that's dope, fam. I'm not stopping just because I'm at work, because I would be like, fuck it, and just keep reading and be late. But we really gonna have to expound on that. That's power. Let me read you that shit again. Especially because it's a message that I speak. And true enough, like, I know my babies always be like, Mom, but you don't like white people. And that's not even the case. That's not even the case. I gotta check my own before I go checking for somebody else's. And that's what that is. Like, I'm not gonna teach you white love and all inclusive when we all Jesus children when you still clutch your purse when your brother walk by. Fam. Thank you so much. Here you go. I appreciate you for turning the radio off to me.
Thank you for this.
Oh, I know they don't run on faith. All right, have a good one. All right. Shit, I don't know how late I am. Let me see. Greetings. What's happening? I got a few minutes. Yeah. Aw.
Welcome to work.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Greetings. 1553.
Did you drive or did you get picked up?
I had an Uber.
Oh.
15
You
bucks.
had your own car.
15 bucks. Yeah, I had to get a battery, but my ride didn't come early enough.
You alive on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm reading. I'm on YouTube right now, but I'll be wrapping up in the next few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go outside really quick.
Oh, I'm going. Hey, I'm going.
Well, if somebody comes in, then I'll...
We close.
Okay, someone's coming in inside. Okay. Yeah, all right, let me go ahead and I'm going to read y'all around. Let me go and get my hominos on. Get my hominos. I packed my lunch. I'm at the pizza place working again, but look at my lunch. Hold on. Don't mind that. That's my speaker and my wallet and shit. I got my grapes. Enjoying it. Seeded. Got a couple pears in there. Got a bumpy lumpy. Bananas. I came through with the bananas. Apple. And I told you, boy, these joints right here, super sweet. The honey mango. Yeah. All right, anyway. Tomorrow's guide, we'll be back at that some other time. I can't say when, but I do want to get a lot read, so I'm just going to keep going. Like I said, I ain't going to set no time. Anytime I touch the book, when I got a free minute, I'm just going to read it live, so if you get it, you got it. And Jessica, I know you got it. That's peace. I love y'all.